Hi guys, hope you're well and thanks for joining me in my kitchen. So today I am going to show you a very quick and easy recipe. It looks and tastes delicious. It's also one of my favorites. It's very popular and it's traditionally also known as Naan Gosht. So let's get started. The ingredients that you will need are 500 grams of lamb meat, and I've got shoulder meat here, 2 chopped onions, 1 heaped tablespoons of ginger and garlic paste, 5 tablespoons of chopped tomato, 2 fresh tomatoes and I've chopped that, salt to taste, 1/4 teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of whole cumin, I've got some whole spices, black pepper, some cloves and some cinnamon sticks, 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, I've got cooking oil, about 1/3 cup, and the spices I've got is 1.5 tablespoons of coriander powder, 1 heaped teaspoon of cumin powder, I've got 1/2 teaspoon of tandoori masala, some red chili powder, and I've got about a teaspoon, and 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric powder, and some fresh coriander leaves for garnishing. Okay, so I've added the oil into our preheated pan, and now we are going to add in the whole spices and the whole cumin and the onions. Now what we're going to do with the onions is we are going to cook this on medium heat until they are nice and golden. So we're just going to give that a stir, and then also I'm going to cover it and make sure that you keep a check on them, that they don't stick to the bottom and that they don't burn. Okay, so the onions are nicely done, and now what I am going to add in is the ginger and garlic paste. So I'm just going to cook this in there for a minute before we add in the meat. And now what we're going to do is add in the meat. And what we're going to do is, I'm just going to stir that. And I'm just going to cover this, and I'm going to come back and check on this. So I'm going to let this cook on medium heat for about 5 minutes. Okay, so as you can see, the lamb is cooking nicely. We are going to cook it a bit longer because lamb, sometimes it does take a little bit longer to cook. Chicken is quite, quicker to cook. This is spring lamb, so this won't take as long. But I'm going to cook this until a bit more of the water has evaporated, and then we're going to add in the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so now the lamb's ready. We're now going to add in the tomatoes and the spices. So the fresh tomatoes, and going to add the chopped tomatoes, the tomato paste, and the spices, and the salt. Just gently give this a stir. So I'm going to cover this again also. I'm just going to let the tomatoes and the spices cook through in here nicely. And then we're going to add some water to this as well. The helicopter now. This is already looking and smelling delicious. We're now ready to add in the water. I'm going to add enough water that we can have it with rice, and we can also dip our naan in it as well. So make sure you add the water in slowly, and then we're just going to give that a stir again. I'm going to add some more. And also remember that even if you do add a little bit extra water, we are going to let it simmer for a few minutes. So in that, you know, what can happen is it can also turn a little bit more thick as well. So this is just over about half a litre that I've added. And at this point you can also just taste it, and if you need to add any more salt then you can. So it's almost ready. I'm going to let that simmer for about 3-4 minutes. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is, you can also add some potatoes to this. So I've peeled some potatoes. I'm just going to fry them. So just cut them into like large chunks. So when I dish it out, I'm just going to put some potatoes in there as well, and then we're going to garnish with some fresh coriander leaves. And now I'm going to finish this off with some potatoes on top. And some garam masala, so just a sprinkling of that. And chopped coriander leaves. And we're all ready to serve. Try it out, let me know what you think in the comments below, or you can even tag me in a picture. If you've made this before, I would love to hear what you did different. If you enjoy this, please do give me a thumbs up, and to see more delicious recipes, do subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.